Hello guys and welcome to a new gameplay video in the new season. And I don't know about you guys, but my server this season is literally hell. And I thought last season was hard, but it was nothing compared to this season. And it's by far the most challenging season for me since I started playing this game. Not only they decreased the number of bots, but they also changed the matchmaking. I'm not sure what they changed exactly, but I'm going against some of the best players in the game, including the top leaderboard players. The game you're about to see honestly wasn't the hardest because I played this game in the afternoon, so most of the tryhards are offline. They mostly play at night from 12 AM to 6 AM my time. But anyway, it was still a good game against some sweaty squads and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. So I decided to avoid the platform because you get at least 3 squads landing there. But at the same time I wanted some quick action, so the plan was to land somewhere hot near the platform, and Nuketown was perfect because it was a high loot area, it had helicopters, and it was right next to the platform. Surprisingly nobody landed here, so I was chilling alone, got everything I needed, and I headed towards the platform for the first fight. So I landed on the platform and it was so quiet. There was only one player using the zipline. So it wasn't as hard as I said it was after all, was it? Well, just wait for it, because apparently I was too late for the party. See what I mean by stronger enemies? These guys were on voice chat. They just came from the revive flight and they agreed to land on me to try to take me down with pistols. Which was a smart idea, but unfortunately for them, I had good awareness and fast reaction. Moving on to the next fight, since I didn't have any helicopters in the platform, I decided to check ducks to try and find one. And while I was there, I heard 2 helicopters flying, and in the start I thought it was the same team, but apparently they were 2 different teams, so I took the chance and I went in as a third party.
Get out of this smoke. The flight will arrive in 1 minute.
Honestly, I should have finished him off. That was a noob mistake and could have cost me the game, but it all worked out in the end. I decided to switch my position again to keep the enemies confused and also avoid getting killed by grenades or flanked from another side. At this point, I thought I killed the full squad, but they had 1 player left and he came in with a snowboard to try and revive them. And there was no way I'm gonna let him do that. In this season, if you play solo versus squads, then make sure the team is dead for good. Otherwise, you will be overwhelmed by many enemy teams in the final circles. So he was a good player, but he didn't have good awareness because he should have spotted me chasing him on the minimap and he could have reacted much better. Since there weren't any accessible upgrade terminals on the map, I had to finish this game without the silent footsteps. And my next fight was again a third party near the pipeline. Here I was analyzing this enemy and looking at his movement, I knew he's a good player. So I waited for the right moment to rush him, but he had good awareness and pulled his shotgun, so I had to make a last second turn towards the house next to the tower.
Watch out. K9 incoming. The revived flight will arrive in 1 minute.
I was waiting for his teammate to take his dog tag to kill them, but no one came, so I decided to go back to the same house because I know he was fighting someone else there.
Watch out. K9 unit incoming. Flight will arrive in 1 minute.
Moving on to the next fight, it was against the same squad I just killed, and apparently they revived each other, and it wasn't the best area for me to fight because it was in the open and I didn't have silent footsteps, so I played it carefully.
Airdrop has been delivered. Chip terminal is almost ready.
I managed to take one down, and since he can't be revived back anymore, it was good enough. So I headed towards the circle for the last 2 fights. And you can see that the final circles are mostly real players now. That's why I told you to finish off squads whenever possible. Don't let them revive each other, because if you do, then you will end up fighting many enemies in such small circle. Anyway, the first fight was easy because this squad was being chased by a tank. So I took the chance to get them while they're distracted, and I had great position to do that. Honestly, the final fight was a mess, mainly because the tank had sound glitch, so it got me confused, but again, it all worked out. Even though these buildings are inside the circle, and as you know, buildings are Ninja's best friend, they weren't really a good option because they're in a lower area compared to the enemy's position on top of the hill, so I went into the opposite side at the edge of the zone, and I used the rock as a cover to take them down one by one. So yeah, it was kind of a mess. When I tried to switch my fennec, I pressed the button like 100 times in a second, and it kept switching back to the sword. And the enemy also messed up because he left his gun on single. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and if you did, a like would be highly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.